Hey, I can't talk. I'm starting a workshop. Is it an emergency?
No, I was just gonna check on the taxes.
Oh, I have it. I thought I sent it to you. Okay, bye. Hi, all. I'm trying to make sure that anybody who signed up from TidyCal, like through the sales page, got the right link. So, Sharon, that you? Did you sign up through like the sales page or did you join Pickaxe? Okay. Let me just, if you don't mind, I'm just going to spend 1 minute and make sure they have the right link. I know a lot of people, it's Friday afternoon here. So, it's my first time doing it this way, and so I just wanted to make sure they got it. Um, how strange. I just redid my website. I'm super excited for this workshop. Um, God dang
You've been busy.
yeah, it's been good though. You know what I mean? Like it's good.
Between the upgrade and everything, you have to have been tremendously busy.
The upgrade all in its own has been its own beast. I'm not gonna lie. That's like I spent 2 hours I wasn't expecting with somebody who is just um absolutely stuck, right? Like so, but that's okay. And then of course, Sharon, go ahead and transcribe this, but I do record all of these. So I'm just gonna check my email, make sure no one's locked out, and other than that, I'm ready to go. So I always like to check one last time before we jump in and make sure no one got locked out. But yeah, I just love how this worked and how it's such a nice way to get started with Pickaxe because you don't have to have every single setting down pat, if that makes sense.
Right.
It's a really nice way to see the power of it without feeling all right, perfect.
Okay.
No one is there. So I might just open that up one or two more times and just make sure in the next few minutes if anybody got stuck, they can reach out to me. But I am thrilled. What we're going to do today is build the our email bot. So did everybody get a chance to try it? Did everybody try it on the sales page? No, not
No.
yet. Okay, so I want to, before we jump in, what you're going to end up with is an email address that you could put on your support emails, you could put on your sales page, and you can do it in a lot of different ways. Let me open up. I was just having so much fun. I probably spent more time than I should preparing for this, but I was just having just a great time with it. Oh, there's Kylie. Excellent. It's super early for her. I'm so proud of her for getting up this early. So is anybody else in Australia?
No.
I'm like, oh, go Kylie. She's here. So there it goes. It's still joining. But uh, oh, I see what I did. Okay. So, hi Kylie, good morning.
Good morning.
So on
Yes.
here, what I did is I just put an email address on the sales page. And so if you email Ask Janet, and I always use some sort of name that's way fun.
Okay.
And then
Are
this
you
is
screen sharing?
no.
Oh.
See, that's why you're here.
I thought you were just still talking to us.
I did too.
Oh,
I just
I'm
thought it was
so
my whole
excited. I'm
conversation.
like jumping in. I'm like, oh my goodness, let's like
And I've just only woken up, so I'm not even awake yet.
I bet, right? And I'm already talking like this because
Okay, here
I've
we
been
are.
outside. It's nice. I had a
All
walk
right.
with the
Now we
dog
can
through
see
the
what you're talking
ball.
about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like,
Janet.
it's Friday night. I'm almost done. Gonna make my husband take me out to
Kylie,
dinner.
thank goodness you logged on, or the rest of us would have just been listening to her talk
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
and
right.
not
Thank
seeing the
goodness.
screen at all.
All right, I've done my job today. Oh, boy.
So a lot of you are already in my Pickaxe community, so you may not have seen. I just made it a super easy sales page to tell people what we're doing. And
Okay.
it was just a lot of fun to think through. Kylie, a lot of this language, if you read the sales page, it's basically Kylie and I came up with this idea on a call. We were just doing like a pickaxe call and we were brainstorming and we're like, oh, we could do this. And so you'll like right here, your client in Australia shouldn't have to wait for you to wake up. Try to be
Ah, That's
inspired.
brilliant.
So what I did is I actually created an example right on this page. So it's copy the email address. And
Mm-hmm.
so when we copy that and we just compose a Gmail, let's just open it up. And it takes about 2 minutes. By the time like you write an email, Gmail processes it, sends it, Pickaxe receives it, and it comes back.
Okay.
Ooh, I was in meetings today. I like my email to be at 0, and it's like
Me
at
too.
44. Ooh. Okay. I don't even know what's in here. Okay, so let's bring this over here so you guys can, or you ladies can see how this works. So I just put that email address right in here, and I might say help. Like, I don't know if I was a client, maybe Kylie's like, why isn't this working? Right? Whatever. Um, um, what
Why
is
is everything moved?
right, right? Where are these there was a button today I could not find. Like I seriously, I'm gonna make AI find it later for me. What is the workshop about? So that's all I'm gonna say in here, and I'll hit
Mhm.
send. And then in a minute, and please don't judge me by all this nonsense,
Ah,
I will get an email back that is through that Pickaxe build. So, is there anybody here brand new to Pickaxe? Ooh, yay, Sharon. So, what Pickaxe is have you ever built a custom GPT or even used a custom GPT? What it allows you to do is do that super powered, supercharged. So it's the same idea. They built it when GPTs first came out because there was no way to protect them or sell them. And
Yes.
Pickaxe founders, that's what mode, and now it's built to all these different use cases. And it's kind of like today I was talking to a client and they're like, well, could we do like a password? I'm like, I think actually we could, right? Like, so it's just built with all the opportunities built into it. So if I hit refresh, we should be getting close. Um, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, it's not quite there. So let's jump over here. This is my Pickaxe dashboard. I just want to give you your bearings. So when we dig into build, and you'll see yours hopefully does not look this messy, but I keep all my client stuff in here too. So it's just a bit much. But if I go into Pickaxe Pro Builders, that's where I built this email bot,
Mm-hmm.
and I click in here, it looks like any other chat bot that you've ever built. Okay, so I'm going to go over. This is like the whole, like, if you've never built in Pickaxe, this is like the whole workspace. This is where I build everything. And then we can click on what are those individual GPTs. So my very
Okay.
top one is Ask Janet. So, and don't worry, I'm going to walk you through piece by piece. I promise I won't leave you stranded if you feel like you're not a techie. But when I go into edit, this is where it looks just like a custom GPT. On the left, you've got your prompt. On the right,
Mm-hmm.
this is what it looks like. And so I could ask over here, what is this workshop about, and I'm going to get the same type of answer that I'm going to get in my email. So here it is, my misstep spelled, and it spits it out. And this is what I'm going to help you build today in my branding. It's got all the links. It's a fast, hands-on 90-minute live session where we build an AI email support bot in your voice. It was able to do this all from like reading my sales page and my ideas for creating the sales page. That's the only information I gave it. I didn't go in, like when I was writing the instructions, AI was like, have them write 10 questions and 10 answers. I'm like, no human wants to do any of that. Stop it, right? Like you're the AI, you figure it out. So I wrote the prompt so the AI does all that and you don't have to. Okay, so
Wonderful.
I fight with AI a lot because it always wants my clients to do more work than they have to. And we butt heads sometimes. So just know, like if you put it into ChatGPT, they're going to say, give me 10 questions and give me 10 answers. And it's like, no, you're the AI, you do it. I think I say you do it more than anything else to my AIs. So if you get nothing else from this workshop, just type in you do it into your
Okay.
AI and you'll save the time that you spent with me today. But this is
Sounds
what
great.
yeah, this is what we're going to build and you'll see it. It looks the same. Whether I do it in a chat box, it's not the exact same answer. And then let's just go through what this looks like. This one's a little bit bigger, so it's easier to see. Okay, so the quick gist, it answers it. I want you to think about what color do you want here? Like Kimberly, your community is kind of bright and fun with the different colors. You probably don't want the earthy tones like I do, right? So just think it through as you're thinking, and then think through. I always have like Janet, the AI bot. She always is supposed to have, oh, let me get them, my purple glasses. Except you have slightly gray hair, but it was being really nice to me and gave me blonde. But I'm like, this is Janet, Jeanette's AI avatar. Picture this trained on your business, right? Because I created this for this workshop, but we can make that say whatever you want. The image, the only thing here is it has to have a URL. So if you put something on your website and it has you are, and some people aren't familiar with that, but even if you put it in Google Workspace or Google Drive and you get the link for it, that will work. But you can't just upload the image. It's got to be an actual URL. Does that make sense? Because it's embedding it like in the email.
Mhm.
And then I always like to I call this the press zero option. When you're on a call and they're like, hit one for this and you just want to hit zero and talk to a human. This is my hit zero option. I call it at the bottom. I'm an AI, not the real Jeanette. If you need her directly, and here's my email. Like I never want people to feel like I don't want to talk to them. This was honestly inspired because Kylie was working and it was 2 o'clock my time. That's what inspired this, not that I don't like to talk to people, right? I don't want them ever to get that feel.
Mhm.
But I don't want Kylie with her. Like by the time I get back to her, she's like mentally done,
Yes.
right? Like right now, I'm usually at dinner. Like she doesn't get me for 12 out 14 hours now, right? So I hate that. So that's what the motivation was here. So this is what we're building is where you could give an email address to somebody, and I will be doing this for my Pickaxe Pro members. So, when you're in Pickaxe Builders Pro, you'll have an email that will be trained not only on like Nathaniel and Pickaxes where they like to talk up here in Techie, they talk, they're builders, they're
They're
like
developers.
they're developers.
Mhm.
Nathaniel graduated from, I think it was Stanford with a statistician's degree. Like he is, and I bring it with, I'm a teacher at heart. So, like, I want it trained on how I answer questions, not on how they answer questions. So, that's what I will build today, starting with. So, I created you a little website that's going to walk us through all of this. It's got all of our slides, it's got every prompt. And So let me put this right in the chat, and then I'll email this with a summary to everybody. And then there's a password. Let me put it on here. It's just spring 26 because it's so nice out today. It's inspired. Sorry, Kylie. Do you have colors there? Do you get like the fall colors? Is that where you're at? Or-
Yes, we do. Yes, we've started.
Ye-
We call it autumn. We don't have
ye-
fall, but autumn. Yes.
Yes. Good.
Jeanette, did you
Mhm.
like lock the slides? Only because I see the first slide, but when I click to next, all
Was
the
it
other
blank?
slides are like black. Or
You know, let me just send you. Oops. Let me find it. Now you're going to see my behind the scenes stuff here. The
that's
link.
okay. I know what that's like, showing everybody the behind the scenes.
Yes. Here we go. That's my
I've got
quad
them all.
pole.
I've got them. I'm up to number 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, mine
Will
are
you
just
do a refresh, Kimberly?
sure.
I did it, and then they didn't even have like little images. It was just
Oh,
weird.
now it's showing.
I made it redo it for me because I couldn't see them either. I know exactly what you saw because I had it
Okay.
perfect, and then I came back to test it right before the workshop, and they were all gone. I'm like, revert. Like that was
Yep.
the last prompt there. Revert. Go back.
Okay. Perfect. I can see them
So
now. Sorry.
no, don't be sorry. It's the AI, man. It's running stuff. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go right down this list. And I just want to go through it so you feel like in control. I hate when I'm learning something and people don't tell me where I'm going. So I always like to start with that. We're going to just create like that new, we call it a pickaxe, that custom GPT where this is going to live for you. And I'll show you exactly how to do that in Pickaxe. For those that are brand new, don't worry about it. I know a couple of people that said they're going to watch the replay are brand new as well. So I am going to take you through step by step. So anybody who's been building in this, just bear with me through step one so everybody's on the same place. Then what we're going to do is we're going to name our bot. Um, like what do we want it to be called? Mine's Janet. I don't care if it's like a human name or a robot name or what, but just so we have it named. Then what we're going to do is build our prompt. And you don't have to do this. How I built this page is we'll fill in what do you want the bot to do. And if you have like I put in my sales page, what it will do is update all of this prompt based on what we put in, and then we'll copy this prompt because again, we don't want to do what AI can do. We're going to copy this either into ChatGPT or Claude or whatever you use the most is what I want you to use because it'll have the most background information on you. Okay. So
So
then
this particular chat bot is going to be a general purpose information one. So it's not going to be specifically related to one pickaxe.
no, it doesn't need to be. Like it could be something that goes inside your course or answers questions about your new mastermind you're coming out with. I'm going to build one to help people in my pickaxe community so they could email and get support because school doesn't allow embeds, so it always feels weird, right? I don't want you to have to log into something. I don't want you to have to open another thing. I just want to get you your answers as quickly as possible.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, we'll go through it step by step so you feel like, and what I notice is people when they get this output, they can spend like hours reading over it. And so I made use some timers so that we get it done. I promised you we'd be done.
So that I can
And
envision how you're actually going to use it, say, like in school. Are you saying that you're going to create, like in the classroom, say, you're going to create a tile, a course, right? And
mhm,
you're going to put potentially a page or a lesson with this bot saying, like, ask Janet for support.
that's right.
Okay.
Like you could even do one that's like,
Well, we have our support hub, and I'm trying to think because we also have our email addresses right now currently go to our customer support.
mm-hmm,
And we have two people that truly work customer support.
right.
And So I'm just trying to envision like where this potentially would fit in that bit. And I guess it's more so if you're not wanting to wait for a response
That's right. You could
on
say
some
get an immediate
practical,
response or
and
reach
then
out
they could
to
go
our.
that next route with that little disclaimer if they're not happy with the response they get.
That's right. And we can make that disclaimer more obvious at the beginning. Say, hey, we used a bot so you get an immediate answer. But please know we have people on staff that are here for you. If you don't like this, just forward your email to this address. Like we can put that bottom thing however you want. I've seen, since talking about this, I did see one lady. It was kind of cool. She put in school. I'm talking about school just because that's where my stuff is. But she had a payment one and then they have a little form and they email it and then it emails them back with the product.
Well,
So
I'm
she has
just
like
even
this.
thinking like instead of embedding it into a classroom, making it one of the pinned posts
Yes.
because the problem we have that support hub, our community, we have that support hub, and when people want to ask about billing or things like that, they never go there. They're like, I don't know where to go. And so
Mhm.
if it's right there as a link in the beginning, maybe that might jump that hurdle.
Yeah. And people won't lose it because it's in their email.
Right.
Well, I say that with a grain of salt. It's not my husband's email. Like I like mine down to I actually look through mine. Right. Some people are like,
My
ooh.
work I like down. My
Hmm.
personal is like, oh, don't even look at it.
Yeah. So once we get that prompt in, so start
Okay.
thinking like we thought about some ways we can use this, and we can start with just a simple one. If you don't know what you want to create today, I suggest just putting in your home page. Like, let's create a bot that could just answer questions about you from your website. It'll collect all the information from there, and I'll show you how to do that one. Maybe I'll build that one today. That might be easier. We're going to paste our prompt into Pickaxe, just like I showed you with that one where we were looking at it. I'm going to show you how to pick your model so you're not stuck with ChatGPT. You can use Claude, you can use all sorts of different models. And given that the trickiest part, or that it's not even that tricky, it's so easy to overlook it, is there's this thing where you can actually adjust the tokens, and if it's set too small, you don't get the replies that are good. You get things that are like it'll sound like it's repeating the same question over and over again, or it'll get halfway through a conversation and lose track of where you're at. And so I'll go over that just to make sure that we've got that. I do have recommendations. I do think ChatGPT is the best for this if you want it formatted with like colors and spacing and bullets and easy to read. Grok does not do a good job with the formatting, so I do advise against using Grok for this one type of project. Then we can add in knowledge files. Do you have to? I added in 0 knowledge files for what I created. All I did was give it the sales page. It created the prompt. I don't need any knowledge files. But if you're creating it on your course and you want it to actually be like they've paid, they're in your course, right? Like you guys are in my Pickaxe. I would love to have my whole YouTube channel that's hidden because I put it in a hidden thing. I can put that whole playlist into my knowledge files and then it can answer questions based on how I talk, based on how I make the process. Okay. So I'll show you how to do that. That is totally optional. I see these bats do really well when you just give it a website. Like it really impresses me. Um, so the shortcut I always say, use a page you already have, right? Like you're going to get a lot of good ideas and you don't need to upload everything at once. Most humans think they need to micromanage it because that's how we've been taught when we were young. You have to have all your sources and you have to have all this. AI knows more than you think. If your course is on Covey's ways to be more effective in 7 habits, the AI already knows all of that. Don't put any knowledge in, right? So just one example. And then we'll just set up our email deployment. And they made this as easy as one button. And I like to change the name of, like, I made mine Ask Janet, right? Like, I like to change that, and I'll show you how to do that. And then we'll test it. We can even send it to each other. I did give you some quick fixes. If you click these plus signs, if there's made prompts. I made it super easy. You can just copy these fixes if you want, like if they're too long. I wanted to make this as easy as possible for us to work through today and for you to get it working in a way that you're super proud of, that you could share it out as quickly. So if it's like this one, the bot answers things it shouldn't, is your biggest risk if they're not already in your program, if it's a sales page. So think about, if it's a sales page, we probably want to add this one in because we don't want it actually teaching them what we want to sell to teach them to do. Does that make sense? Like the AI will be like, well, I think I might be able to figure it out. Let's just tell them to do this next. And mine was doing that. I had to fix it. Like, and that's where this came from. And then I'm going to show you how to review real responses so we can see it. Is it saying anything that's false? Are there questions that your bot doesn't know how to answer? What's going on there? What knowledge could you add to it? And I'll show you just how to fix that. Pretty straightforward. And then what I say, once you build the first one, this might sound a little overwhelming because it's got 9 steps. But once you build the first one, I gave you a prompt here. Oh, I should have put the copy button, darn it. Based on everything you know about me and my business, what are 3 to 5 other email bots that could save me time or help my clients? Right? And so that is really, once you start saving time, you're going to be like, okay, give me some more ideas. And then this is set, like as we check these off and do these, it's going to adjust your prompts and everything. So if you want to do another one, when you get to the bottom, when you hit restart, you'll notice it takes you back to the top and clears everything out. So you can just start from the top and work through it again.
That's
Easy?
very clever. What did you do that in?
Claude Code.
Okay, lovely.
I am addicted. I only started about 10 days ago and it's a problem. I have to set a timer and walk away from my computer. And I'm like an addict. I keep coming back to my computer because I think of other cool things I want to try.
I've
It's
got a
a
workshop
problem.
starting on Wednesday that I'm doing, so I'll be probably like you next week.
Yeah, it's
I'm doing it this weekend. I'm jumping in. Like I started a whole new Claude account so that I could like focus and make sure that that is just clear and I can build it everything the way I want it. So right now I'm juggling between the two and starting Claude Code tomorrow.
there you go.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to start do a mastermind for people who have started but want to take it further. Because it can do, I don't know, I could go, whoo, but anyway, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to start at the
Okay.
top. These are our slides. So the problem was we're answering the same emails or they're waiting. And then we want to build today we're going to build an AI email bot that sounds like you. And so I'm going to use Janet for my example. Janet's always the same. She's always what I use. And then you have that step-by-step guide, and I'll email out the password and everything, just so if you close this link, obviously I don't expect you to keep it open forever, you can do that. And so let's start with step 1. We're going to create a new pickaxe. Everybody's got the link. You're ready to get started? And if you don't have a Pickaxe account, if you click that link, you can start a free account is enough to do this. You do not need to upgrade. But if you use my link, you'll see I have my little affiliate, but it's also a coupon code for 10% off if you ever choose to upgrade. All right. So once you go to Pickaxe, we're going to click on Dashboard. And Sharon, you said you're brand new. You'll see something that says my first workspace. They probably changed the name. It used to say my first studio. You're lucky you're starting after it after the upgrade, Kylie. Sorry, I was trying to say that without laughing, but it's been like a lot to wrap our heads around. Kylie and I met for 4 days in a row and basically just played in it to learn it. Like it was, But this idea came out of it.
And
So
Well,
and to
some
and to
things,
unlearn other things, to unlearn things as well.
and
yeah,
some things still say studio, and some things don't. They're still working on it. I know yesterday in the office hours, he even said that they're potentially going to change the name Pickaxes to Agents.
they should finally,
Yeah,
because the pickaxes sound so,
yeah. He
and I
said
keep
that
saying it over and over
he
again.
said they're getting to that point where he just feels like it'll be easier for people to understand.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like
So
we have
Yes.
our
just
email
FYI, it was a
agent.
great call, but just FYI.
I'm bummed I had to miss it. It's one of, I usually make almost all of them.
Yeah.
Like I'm there, but I just couldn't. I had a doctor's appointment. So, all right. So what we're going to do is if you open your whichever one you want to build it in, you could build a new workspace. It doesn't, it's not going to change anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Pickaxe Pro Builders and I'm going to build one just based on my sales page in school for my community. So if people want to email and ask questions, and then at the end, if we have enough time, I'm going to show you a bonus. Have you ever seen on sales pages where you have the little chat bot with the little circle down in the bottom? And you can click on it and talk to them and ask them questions. I'll show you how to set some of those up in your website. Is you can do that as well. So when we go into a, sorry, I was going to say studio. When you go into a workspace, on the left-hand side, we're going to click on pickaxes. Is there anybody working with just one screen right now? Yeah, that's harder because you're looking at mine and you're trying to look at yours. Do you know how to split screen it? Like to get,
I do have a split screen, yes.
okay, good. That helps.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're going to click on pickaxes over here. And I'm going to click on new pickaxe in the upper right-hand corner.
Mhm.
The teacher and me, you can tell I'm waiting for people to go, okay, I got it. And we get a brand new chatbot. Now, yours might look like this if this is the first time you've ever been in here, but we just want to click the pencil. Okay. All right, so let's go back to our website and we've got everything new and we're ready to go. So, anybody need help brainstorming? What are you going to name your bot? Mine's always Janet. My people know that. If I send something and it's signed Janet, they know AI did it, and I want them to know AI did it, just in
Yeah.
case it gets a little crazy. But plus, I just don't like that feeling of trying to trick people or,
Is it silly that I'm just going to name it Ask Saska because ours is an AI bot in
I
general?
think you should. Yeah, absolutely.
And so then she's just going to be like the master of all of our AI bots and she's
There you
going to like
go.
answer all of it.
That's good.
Absolutely. So make sure yours, Kimberly, is
Mhm.
in the same
I have
workspace.
it in the same, yeah, because
Okay. Because I
Lauren and
can show
I,
you later how to connect them all. Like this
well,
is just
I'm
basic
right
how to
now,
sync it.
I'm just building everything and I'm building them all in the Saska work studio, like in the workspace,
Mm-hmm.
because both Lauren and I are building.
Oh yeah,
And so I'm a collaborator on the Saska account and she's the main account holder.
got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be good. So
Yeah.
just keep in mind the way the prompt is written is your bot's name would go in the footer. So we want to make it kind of obvious who it's coming from because the email address is not yours. So mine always says this is Jeanette Stein's AI bot. So just keep that in mind so that and we can always adjust it. Everything's changeable, but it's just tips to make it easier later. Now we're going to go down to step 3, and I gave you some ideas, like what it could be: tech support, sales page assistant, course or program support. I really like this one, and that was the motivation. Content-based Q&A. So let's say you've got a YouTube podcast, something like that, where you've got a series and you want people to be able to maybe find which video you were talking about something in, this would be a good one to do. Or something else, right? I'm sure there's a million. The biggest thing with AI is coming curious. I wonder if it could fill in the blank. Coming curious, that's the biggest one. So for me, I think I am just going to do, I keep changing my mind, don't I? I'm going to do it on my website just so that I can show you how this other deployment's going to look. Okay, so if I say something else, a main website directory to help. Info, resources and offers.
I
Okay.
have too many tabs open.
You're so funny. That's me. I only closed them because we're in here. Like I'm doing
Right.
a
Well, that's
workshop.
why I'm like, I need to focus because like my eye catches one of the tabs and then I click on it. And I'm like, no, focus, focus.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish I could say I can't relate.
I think that's what makes us all great builders.
Right. Is that creativity, right?
Right.
So make sure once you put your page URL, you just hit tab or enter so that it registers that you entered that. I notice if you don't, it won't put it into your prompt. But you'll see like here it is, and it's in your, like these things have been entered into your stuff. So now what I want you to do, everybody good? We're going to copy this prompt. And for me, my main AI outside of Claude Code is ChatGPT. So that's the one that knows me and knows a lot of things about me. And I'm just going to paste it in here. And it's pretty long. And I'm going to hit enter. And the reason we're doing that, I could have built this page so it said, hey, what colors do you want? Hey, what websites do you use? And hey, what's your voice? And who's your avatar? And what's your website about? But most likely your AI already knows all that. So I didn't want you to have to retype it all in. So that's why we're doing it this way. And I'm just going to hit send. And it's a long prompt, so it might take just a minute, but mine did not. So oh, sorry about my dog. She's getting excited.
Is your son home then?
Kylie was calling me out. I love it because we created a whole app on training my dog, and obviously I didn't use it. So next time. Oops. So it's got all my offers, and then it's got my footer. And you'll notice it wrote it even in HTML. And it pulled my website. This email is what I originally signed up for ChatGPT with way back, and they won't let me change it. So I'll have to change that when we move it into Pickaxe. So what I want you to do, and I'm only going to give you about 5 minutes to do it. You can copy this into a Google Doc. You can copy it into Pickaxe. But I want you to look through it and make sure you feel good about how it responded. Is that the way you want to sound? Are those the colors you want to use? Like the gut check this. Okay, so we're just going to take a few minutes and we'll do that. So, I added this for everybody. It's in the prompt. I noticed before when I was testing this last night, it kept saying, great question, or over and over again, like every time. And it drove. So you should see something like this in your prompt. But if you don't, let me know. I can copy and paste it into the chat. And you should, I strongly suggest you add it because it's so over the top. Mine was so over the top. Great question. Hope this can help. Like repetitive every time. It was like, I'll just put it, I'm just gonna put it in the chat in case anybody needs it and they're feeling like they're at work and they can't grab it. Okay. Where's my chat box though? I just lost it. Oh, there it is. Oh, Debbie, such a good question. This could also be like a scheduling tool. You don't have a website, but you do have Facebook, right? So you can say, hey, you could even say, do you want immediate answers? Use this email. You want to talk straight to Debbie, use this email, right? And so, but if they had questions about, hey, do you travel? Will you come to me? I'm at this address. Are you available for taxes? When do you have meetings available? Like, are there normal questions that you want them to be able to ask before they talk to you? Are there questions they might want at midnight, when they're not falling asleep because they know they still have to do their taxes? That might be really good.
Were you going to paste that in? Oh, you did. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I realized I started talking to Debbie and never hit enter. So thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for taking the time to write that prompt. It was really good.
Did you like it
Yeah,
so
it's good.
far?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
good. I want you to take a special attention to you do not. This will probably grow a little bit as you read what people send in, if that makes sense. They should be like in the scope you help with and what you don't do. And if it's not there, say add a you don't. Yeah, come on. It's fine, honey. He's heading to
So
work.
knowing all the different pieces, so I could actually upload as my knowledge base as well. Like I could put in how to cancel all those different pieces that are in, say, an SOP, as well as our description of what Nina does, what Saska does, what Max does, and do all those different pieces, as opposed to just in the instructions. It can be the overall, like what the community is, what you're going to be doing as the email support, and then here's where you can reference the different pieces.
That's right. And you could even say in these instructions, they can be quite long in Pickaxe. Hey, if
Right.
they're asking a billing question, tell them to
Reference
reach.
this document
That's right.
or
Either reference
email
this document or
directly.
email this person. If they
Right.
want help with tech, email Kimberly or reference this for immediate answers or reach out, right? Like so, or
Yeah.
you don't probably want email Kimberly, you want post it in the community.
Oh, we don't post finance in the community.
Not finance, I was saying tech support. Like if
Oh
they
yeah,
need,
yeah. Perfect.
right?
Yeah,
So
I'm like, oh, the possibilities. Okay, perfect.
that's that's the
Kimberly, settle
so
down. Kimberly, settle down.
you
I
two
know.
are so perfect for each other. She gets all these ideas.
My head is exploding because
But
there's
that's why I want you only to build one, and
I
then
You
know.
this
need
thing
that
will
timer.
reset and you can just go
Kimberly,
free.
start the timer for yourself. You're on the timer.
Do you love that I put a timer in there? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but
Perhaps you do know us all.
I
Yes.
know myself. I'm like between 5 and 10 minutes. Kimberly, you cannot go over 10 minutes. When it's done, you're done. For me, sometimes I get so excited, I just want to keep going. So I need a minimum of 5 minutes to look
Well,
at.
you know,
That's why there's two.
I've gotten to the point where I think I'm not too far in it right at the moment. I think I'm gonna start and put it in my own studio for right now and test it because I
Mhm.
think that I want my Saska one bigger.
See,
So I can do one right now so that I can see how it works, and then the Saska
that's
one
right.
will be bigger.
You know my philosophy, like in the 5 day challenge, you got to do one just to know how it all works before you
Right.
make a bigger plan, right?
Oh God.
Always remind yourself in AI, it's like, nope, start small. This is really important if it's a sale, like if something's off topic and they're already in my program and they're using it, I don't really care. But if they are on my sales page, if they're not a client yet, I don't want them just going crazy with this. And so since you may choose to put this on or off, um, you know,
Sometimes you get smarty pants who say, how do I make a orange cake or something stupid just to waste its time?
or unfortunately, with one of my clients, they had somebody coming in and using it because they didn't want to pay for AI. They were actually using it as their AI. Like, so instead of paying for ChatGPT, they were using her chatbot on her website as their personal account. Is that not like people are just sometimes odd? So, and then the formatting. Please just make sure it's got your formatting section because when I first started with it, it was just like this block of text that wasn't even to me, my brain just was like, I won't even read that. Um, this 200 words is by niche. My people don't like things long in general. They want it succinct and quick and easy to understand. So I have 200 words, but some people are like helping people write novels. Like those people love to talk. So you might not want that in there. And this is really important. If it's unsure, I don't have enough detail to answer that accurately, you can reach Jeanette directly below. Like you don't want the AI to be told to be helpful because then it will make stuff up just to be able to give an answer, which isn't helpful. So what we're going to do is in the prompt, I said, don't add the beginnings and endings. You know how it says, and here's your whole prompt. I said, leave all that off so we could use this copy response button to copy it right into Pickaxe. So I'm going to hit copy. We're going to go into Pickaxe and put it in the role. So I'm going to give everybody about 2 more minutes. Will that be enough to get your prompt? Good. And you'll notice when you paste it, this is called Markdown if you're unfamiliar. I asked the prompt to do it, so I did test it in Claude. It worked. I know in ChatGPT it works more consistently just because that's what I used to work in. So if it's not there, tell it has to be a Markdown. This just really helps the Pickaxe. I can't wait for them to change the name. This really helps the individual Pickaxe be able to follow the instructions. And once you do that, you can just go ask it any question. What do you do? And make sure you like the formatting. And if you do want it to have like your little Janet or whatever equivalent, you just need to give it that image as a link and it will add it in. You see how like it looks a little bit different than the other one I showed you? Like it doesn't have the little girl, the little. Oh, I forgot to change this website. Let's do that. And so like Debbie, for you, because you're doing taxes and things, you probably want your phone, like, I don't know, you might want your phone number in here. When I do local businesses, they want to be able to call me. So just think through your niche and your people. So I can just hit, if I want to try it again, if I make changes, I don't like the way it looks. Um, but you can get really specific with what you want it to look like. Um, is let's see. I like how I put it in bold. Yes, Jeanette can help you. You know what I don't like? I'm just going to put it at the bottom. Um, Note, don't use M dashes.
Mm.
That's
I
a good
thought I
one.
had that in there, but it's not in the prompt, so I must have missed it somewhere. Or I accidentally edited it out, something, but that should be in it. Like that would be so fun. Yes, and bold. Jeanette can help you. Um, I'm gonna put lightly use emojis because I think that would have been fun.
Will you send a revised prompt with these, what you're suggesting now, to
I
us, or
sure
include
will.
it in the package?
Yes.
So, because I'm madly writing your
Oh
edits
no.
in.
I
I'm redoing them in Claude. I'm just whatever she's saying, I'm like typing them while she's saying them.
No, because I'll update it. This page will get updated. This prompt will get updated with these things that I've pointed out.
Perfect.
Because what I'll do is I'll take this transcript and I'll ask it to pull out any of the prompts that we added, things that we noted for this prompt, and then I'll ask it to redo it and update the website. Like I don't even have to go in, I don't even know how to get to the back end of this website. Cloud Code did the whole thing for me. I know people are like, you're paying $200 a month for Cloud Code. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not paying the 120 for my hosting and my Go High Level anymore. Cause, right? So
I hear ya.
I'm not paying for this and this and this. So I'm actually coming out ahead paying 200 a month for Cloud Code to not run out of credits. Cause I don't even have to
So,
host my website anymore.
did you have a specific way that you referenced your little Janet picture in the prompt?
Yeah, so oh yeah,
Where was that bit?
let's um let's see. Yeah, and I'll add to this page so when you make your next one that it just asks for the link to the image. I'll ask for
So,
your logo.
probably it's within the footer, it should have something, yeah?
I like it, yeah, because that way they know for sure it's not you. Like it just makes it kind of fun.
So where
Um,
would I put that in the footer? It says the assistant helping you turn your ideas. Contact Kylie. Blah, blah.
yeah, let me pull it. So here is my, let's see what this looks like. I just want to, I'm running out of questions. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, no, that's not what we want. Okay, let me. I thought I had this thing all set up just perfect. But this is why, like, you have to do it together. Okay. Um, okay, share. Okay, and then okay, so I just shared that Google Doc. Do you see it, Kylie?
Yep, thank you.
This is the prompt. Put this whole thing
Excellent.
into like ChatGPT or Claude and give it your image link. You've already given it everything else in that same chat.
Yep.
And let's have it customize this just for you. I'm going to do the same thing, so I'll model this for you. So I'm going back to the same chat I did. I and I just have to customize that footer a little bit. But instead of about me, okay, so I just changed a tiny bit of this prompt. I said, given this image link and everything you know about the bot I'm building, customize this footer, right? So it's based on the bot, not about you. Because even mine will be a little bit different because this bot is different. And if you're in, where to go? Preview. So now it's going to look like this, right? So much better. And ChatGPT is catching up with Claude, where you can actually preview what it looks like when you give it code if you're using ChatGPT. So I'm going to copy that. And we're going to paste it where it says footer. So now, And of course, you don't have to have the image, right? Like, it's just kind of fun. Adds a little polish. Ooh, it didn't do it. It made it too big. Oh, is that just because it's in Pickaxe? There we go. Let's try that. How's yours looking, Kylie?
Think I'm just waiting for it to load up. See if I can. I don't like
Perfect.
that.
Good.
Image.
Goes. That's funny. Okay, so it's not the code, it's the way Pickaxe renders, like balances out the table with the picture and the text. So that's interesting. All right. You ready to turn this into an email bot, or do you want one more minute to make it look good?
Yeah, just a minute, please. Just
You got
testing.
it. Yeah. We have 30 minutes left, and we probably have like 5 minutes of work. It's that easy once we do this part.
Oh, yes. My image is very big. Yes. Very big.
Yeah, and that's a pick. Let's test it in our email because I think it's a pickaxe issue.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Yeah, just from what I just observed.
It's pretty cute. It's a little robot. It's very cute.
Oh, I like that. So we're gonna
His
hit
name
publish.
his name's Gilbert.
Oh, that's cute. I like it. I thought about naming mine Earl because the kids named our cat Earl. And I'm like, eh,
Yep.
yep. So we'll go ahead and hit publish and close. And we're going to go back to our step-by-step guide, make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, so I'm going to check this one done. Step 3. Now, when we go to step 4, we paste your prompt into Pickaxe, which we did, and we've been testing it, right? And so one thing is that I do suggest we go into whatever AI tool you've been using and we name this something where you can come back to it. So if you want to make the second email bot or your third email bot, some of these changes and nuances that are just about you, you don't have to re-put in. You can say everything you learned about me above, apply it to this next bot, right? Like this next email bot. So it's really nice to go in here and just rename it email bot. And I'm just going to put a little emoji so I can actually find it. Email, or I'm just going to put mail. There we go. So I got my little heart so I can see it. The white, sometimes the white's hard to see. Now what I want you to do, did anybody else forget? Just me? We didn't give it a title. So what I want you to do is we got to hit refresh chat. And did you see that I forgot to give it a name? It's on my list and everything, but I was probably chatting. So this is like ask, well, I already did ask Janet. So helper Janet, right? Whatever I need to name it. And this description won't show up. So you don't need it. This description won't show up. And in this case, for you, all you pickaxe users, this little circle won't show up either. So you can customize it, but you don't, if you want to use it in a different deployment. But otherwise you don't need that. So what we're going to do next, we titled it, we put we pasted our prompt in. Now what we have to do is adjust our model and the tokens. So when we go into, okay, just want to make sure I'm in the right one. When we go in this one, now I've got a title. What I do like to do before I start messing with everything is I do like to hit publish and close. So just in case something doesn't get missed.
We've all learned that the hard way, haven't we?
We have. Once I get that roll set and I test it, save it every time. Now we'll go back. We're just going to go right back into it. So you do that in the upper right-hand corner. Before we said create pickaxe. Now we're going to say edit pickaxe. You see where it is in this upper right-hand.
These instructions are brilliant.
Thank you. I had fun kind of figuring out how to do it. Now I want to go back for every workshop I've ever done. Do you know, like, because it's so much easier.
Yeah, yeah.
For everybody. For me as the teacher, for you, like, it's just easier. Oh, you're back. I know it's that time of day on Friday where it's like hard to be present. So I appreciate everybody being here. So now we're in here. We're going to scroll below all of these instructions down and roll. We want to scroll down till you see this. Here is where you pick your model. So I really recommend the 4.0 mini unless you're finding that like you're dealing, like when I do my pickaxe one, like that's going to go inside the community this weekend, I'll use 4.0 because it's so much more information. But something
where
like,
is the 4? I don't even have 4.0 as an option anymore.
did they get rid of it?
I mean,
They had it this morning. Okay, so I had
That's
to hit
down a fair way.
never mind. I got to show more. They don't show you because they don't want you to use it, obviously.
right.
Yeah, it's fair way down.
Yeah, so here's 4.0 mini. If you hover over the dollar sign, you can say this is going to be about 41 cents for 100 uses. So you can see we're on the free account where you get $5.
So are you guys experiencing any issues with using that though? Because OpenAI actually completely supposedly deleted it from their servers.
I have not. I've actually been running on 4.0. So they
Are
may
you
have.
sure it's not reverting to 5 and you don't know it?
I'm not. But
Because
I know
all
they
of the
deleted
research I
it.
did regarding that is that that's the issues that they had in February. They had a global outage at one point because they were getting rid of 4.
In ChatGPT, but it's not gone in OpenAI.
Oh,
That's different.
I was reading that OpenAI was getting rid of it.
Oh,
altogether.
I'll have to look. Yeah, good question. I'll take a look.
All right. Yeah.
So we
just curious.
Yeah, no, it's good to know. So I'll take a look, but I've been moving most of mine to 4.0 because it does the HTML so much better. It like the graph.
Yeah, we had a
doesn't look good.
conversation about it yesterday
Yeah.
because I firmly believe that 4 is their best model.
Yeah. So when you click in the bottom right underneath this model, there's this little like it looks like a sparkly T. It's for tokens. And when you click it, it tells you how, like, your allowance. You're allowed to use 127,000 tokens on this. And this is where I was using Grok. Some of the conversations go really long. You get 1,000,000 tokens, but here we get 100,000 basically. So at this point, I want you to scroll all the way to the top on this. If you're brand new to Pickaxe, this is where it's going to get, you get some nuance on here. We have this thing called configure, and this is why it gets overlooked. I could change this profile picture if I want to. You just click on it. I can put Janet in here, like there she is, right? And she'll show up right here if you're going to use this as a different deployment. And if we have time, I'll show you at the bottom. I sell Pickaxe, basically education, so I always pick the little Pickaxe. And then here, what would you like to talk about? If you're doing the email, that does not even show. If you want a different type of deployment, you might say, what question do you have? Or how can I help today? Or whatever. But I want you to notice this is token links. And there's this little drop down arrow, and this is why it gets overlooked. And we want to hit that down arrow and scroll down. So the output length, and they default some of these to be very short. And so I usually say go about a third of the way up. Like this isn't going to use any user memories, but it might use my uploaded documents, right? Like my Pickaxe documents. I might want that to be quite a bit, but my user memories to be, like I'm not saving any memories from people who aren't even in my programs yet. Okay. And then this is the knowledge base. So if I have a whole bunch of things in my knowledge base, maybe I want this to be hot. And look, it stopped me. It won't even let me go any further. So when I look in the bottom right, guess what? I maxed out my tokens. So uploaded documents mean from the client. So I don't really need those in this kind of thing. Memory buffer. Last night when I was like playing with this and testing, you will get people who email back and forth just because they think it's cool. Like like they just want to play with yeah, but what about this? And what about this? So sometimes having the memory buffer up just a little bit will make sure it doesn't forget like the first email. Like it's like forgetting the first chat. I always say the memory buffer, basically what you're deciding is a teleprompter. How long do you have before stuff falls off the top? The smaller it is, it's like, because even though it's in the same chat sequence, it still only remembers this much of the script, right? Or this much of the script, depending on how much space we put for this memory. These are usually pretty darn short. There's like, how much is the program? Or when does the workshop start? Or those kind of questions. Super short. I probably don't even need, like, this could be super small. But if I want to make sure that goofy guy that's going to tell me how it didn't work doesn't bother me, I can just move it up, right? Like that kind of situation. And because I teach AI, unfortunately, I do get those goofy, and they're always men telling me why it doesn't work. Cracks me up. Okay. So we've got this helper Janet, and now we've got all the tokens set. And if you forget, I gave you some like ideas here of how to do that. The one thing I put this under important is if you ever switch to the model. So if we scroll all the way to the top and we go back to prompt, and I try to do this repetitively so you get used to where everything is, and I go all the way to the bottom of the roll, this is this model. Each one of these models has a different length of tokens. So this is where like one of my clients got so frustrated his stuff stopped working. Well, they switched it and it had less tokens, but he didn't go into that token area and bring it down into the allowance. It's like overspending. He was in, his check bounced. The GPT wouldn't work anymore. That's how you want to think of that. And it's the most common issue I see all the time. It is by far the most common thing I see go wrong.
So you recommend keeping with the user, like the Doesn't that come into play with the new way that you can set it as far as using credit versus,
It does if you've got people like really like some of the people you hear in the office hours, they're helping people write novels. So they
right,
play with
right,
those tokens to make, but for you and I helping people with marketing, an email's only going to be this long. Like we're not
yeah.
going to write long form.
I'm just curious because that was something else Nathaniel said
Yeah,
yesterday.
it will affect it if your people are maxing it out.
Well, he
My
was saying
people,
that he felt like the credit is the better route to go.
I think the credit is the better route to go.
Okay,
I agree. I think it makes it easier for people to understand too.
right,
Like use to say I get one use of this, I might think that I get to talk to it as long as I want, and that's one use. Where a use is if I say hello, that's a
right.
use.
One message,
Right. I could say hello, or I could put a book in here, and those are both one use.
right.
And that's just confusing. And people have figured out how to play the system. Like I have people who just try to put everything in, right, in one so they don't go through their uses because they're on free or whatever. It's kind of silly, but
It is.
it just protects you as the owner from any of that nonsense. And as AI is getting more mainstream, you get more of those people that are just trying to. Sometimes I think they're just curious, but they mess us up if we're not careful. I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, so we've done this. We've set our model. We've adjusted our tokens. Any questions on that step before we go forward? We're good? Because this is where it gets fun. Okay, now if you want to add knowledge files, I'm just going to show you where that is. A lot of times you don't need them, but I just want you to know what's available. Again, you scroll to the top to get these four. These are your main four tabs. The third one is your knowledge files, and you just click connect files and you select what type they are. Notice there's three different YouTube types. There's text, there's plain text, there's video, there's audio, like there's websites. So I could put web, I can put steinsolutions.ai. I can't remember if it wants my, and it's going to, oh, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. There we go. And now it's going to have all of my website. It's going to scrape it once a week. So if I update it, it'll be current. You used to be able to set it to scrape more often. Yeah, and it's pulled just 6 pages up. And I just moved it from like go high level over here, so that might be all I've got. But there are some, like I don't want it to pull the information from this my workshop. So I'm going to uncheck it. Right? I don't want them telling people how to do this if they don't have the password. So, and then new pages will be connected automatically. I'm going to turn that on because I know this weekend I have a lot more to add to my stuff. And I'm going to click connect 6. And now when somebody goes to my helper, Janet, it knows everything about my website and any new pages I put up, any new sales. So if I say any new workshops, let's see how good it does. I might need to create like a little workshop list. Any new resources. I'm curious if it'll pull up this one because I didn't pull out the sales page. I just pulled out the delivery page, I think. Did it kind of quick. As you add knowledge files, and this is what you're seeing here, it will slow it down because it's going to crawl my site to get the answers. Right? So it just takes time, kind of like if you've ever used ChatGPT for deep research. It's just slower, right? And it's pulling us in, and then it will probably go back away, I hope. That's odd. Oh, because I said when it goes to an email, I want it in HTML so that it looks good. and it's doing it in the pickaxe thing. That's why it's doing that. So we should test it with the email. Book a call, book, let me see, workshop. Yeah. So that one is turned on. So yeah, I'm gonna play with that. How do I put that in my website so that it can be there? Ooh, I'm over. See right here? I'm over. So
So therefore, if that was what you wanted to keep it at, you would change your
yeah, my token links
which your token length, or do you change your
it
what you're using for the mm,
for the knowledge file
yeah, no, for the model.
for the both, either the model or the token length.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those are your two levers when this goes over.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that it's writing it. Like I would probably duplicate this if I wanted to embed it on my site or right. I don't want HTML spitting out. But email automatically will convert your HTML and make it look good. And that's why it's doing
Okay.
that, right?
Oh, let's look at that. That would be cool.
Yeah, it'd be I want to email it, right? So that's how you add your and keep in mind, like pay attention because you could do like I could link up Pickaxe channel. I could link up the whole Pickaxe business account and it would automatically be in my stuff. Or right. So it's kind of freaky how much you can take from other people. So just use with care. But they put it on a public site too. Um, so that's how you do that. Some things that are really good. If you have an FAQ page, those are really good to keep in mind. You've already written them out, you've already established them. If you have a PDF of your course outline, sometimes helping people find what's in there, knowing what's in there is great. I plan to use it maybe as a transcript for my webinars and trainings because I could see that being really helpful in my communities. Because all these little tidbits, like Kimberly rattling off 18 uses for this, I wish I had just like, well, now I can capture it, right? Because we recorded this. So, Kimberly, thank you for all the content you just provided me. Your service page, pricing page, YouTube videos, these are just ideas. And then just keep in mind, I think I've said this before, but you don't need to upload everything. It's amazing how well it does. And then we only have one more step. We got to deploy it. And this is the easiest one. Is everybody with me? Everybody ready?
Yep.
So
Yep.
we go into Pickaxe. I go to the very top and I hit update and close. We've got our knowledge file, we've got our token set, we've got our model set, and we've got the role set. So once you do that, you come here. And you'll see right here, they made it super easy. See where it says email bot? Click on it. And here's your email address that will go right to that bot and work. Now you don't have to leave it at that name, but mine already says Helper Janet from the title. So that's not too bad. But if you didn't name it, great. I could just call it Janet and that would be my new email. Now keep in mind, we probably want to grab some of these because all of us have tools.mail.studio. These are going to fill up and this is a brand new feature. So you might want to just like deploy them using the URLs you want.
Oh, yes.
Like
Yes.
we're early adopters. Like, those people who get
Yes.
Jeanette at Gmail. Like who is that
Yes.
person and when do they start?
Oh,
These are
gotta
first
lock
come,
in on
first
my
serve.
bots.
I'm gonna be like, I am seriously gonna go through and name all of my bots, all the Janet names I can think of, because that's what I always use. And then that way I can just shut that down, name it something else, and it will be free and I'll switch it over, right? But I just wanted to bring that to your attention because we're early adopters. This is brand new since they started this, less than 2 weeks ago. So don't miss your window to get what you want. Um, because I don't think people realize, I haven't heard anybody talking about it, and I'm certainly not going to go onto the community forum and say anything. Like, but I'm not seeing anybody. They're probably like me, not, which is fine, right? But just keep in mind, the once people realize it, they're gonna go quick. So that might just be one thing that you really actually do want to spend some time with. And now you've got now here you go. I updated it and I can close that and I can copy it and I can email it and test it. And so now I've got my email address. You can send this out. You can say, hey,
So should you
Kylie,
name where it says untitled email up at the top, should you name that something or leave it?
untitled. I'm not sure. We just want to hit save in the upper right hand corner. I
Okay.
don't see unnamed email.
Untitled email, right next to where it says help.
Yeah,
it
I
says
see
Pickaxes,
untitled.
Helper
Oh,
Yeah,
right
Janet,
here.
I
untitled
see it.
email.
Good pickup. Well done.
Yes. I would be, let me show you why. Because we're going to grab all the names, right?
Uh-huh.
We're going to grab all these
Oh, and
names,
then you can choose the different one. Okay.
right? Like, so here I want to save because I just
Mhm.
changed it. I forgot to hit save again. Okay. But when I go in here and I go down, see this deployments? Now you'll be able to find the one you want because we named
Okay.
it. Thank
Okay.
you, Kimberly.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, I realized where it's going to show up. Did you see my little light bulb go off? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is where it goes. But this is so helpful because now you know where it is.
Exactly.
Yes.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Can you just click on it again? Sorry, where was that? At the top,
Okay.
was it?
Yes, right. See where it's got the little pencil up here in the blue?
So you've got helper Janet, and then it's just Janet. Okay.
Right, because that's what I named my email. Because I'm thinking when I go back, Kylie, when I
Yep.
figure out which one I want to be my main Janet email,
Yes.
and I'm hoping they allow us to customize this, especially those of us on the private
They're
account.
going to have to. There's too many of us too. Yeah.
Right. So yes, this will be interesting, right? Because how that plays out, but I would love for it to be Janet at steinsolutions.ai.
Oh yes, yeah,
Wouldn't that be
Ooh.
fun?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. But in the meantime, they'll get there. I know. So it's a lot of fun. I think this will be a really cool tool. And then what is really nice is once you've built it, anytime you build a pickaxe, I can click the three dots and I can duplicate it. So if I built one for like my AI coaching advantage, I could go through and then build it for my Pickaxe Pro advantage, right? And just edit probably just the knowledge file, like very minimal. So once you have one, or I could just duplicate it to the same one and go, ooh, this one's for this sales page. Okay, now I have another sales page. Now I have another sales page, and I can just keep going with them all. And it works really well. So the other thing is, if you wanted to, you could take this helper. Now we got to look at the HTML, and I'll test, and maybe I'll send it in the email with once Zoom gets done with this. So it'll take a minute anyway because it's 90 minutes. But in this embed, if has anybody ever played with how these embed in things? If you're not in school, you can actually embed this right in your program on your website. So I'm thinking like Debbie, you could even have like a Q&A right on your website. And this is how you would do it. You would go to embed. There it goes. And you can pick what do you want it to look like. So it like Debbie, they go to leave. You're like, ooh, they're looking at having me, do their taxes and they go to leave. You could have a pop-up that goes, hey, would you like to ask a question before you head out? Or would you like to schedule a meeting or whatever? And it would be a chat bot, or you could set up, Pickaxe even has forms that they could fill in and send to you. So the opportunities are really big. But this is the one I was thinking of. It would look like this down here. And then when it opens up, it's Helper Janet ready to help them on the website. So you can even change like the width so it looks good on your website, the height. Just keep in mind, I try to keep it less than 700. Otherwise, on a cell phone, it runs off and they have to scroll up and down. Like to read it, they have to scroll down, and then to type, they have to scroll up. So keeping it under 700 makes it fit on a cell phone. And just double check your website to make sure they're not having to, because they're not going to use it if they have to do, the seasick thing. But this is really nice because this gives you now, you hit save first anytime you do these, and then I just hit share. And this is the script that would go on your website. And I could even put this on my Pickaxe. I could put this on my Pickaxe Studio or workspace or portal, whatever we want to call it. So like WordPress, Squarespace, Go High Level, they all have one. So if I copy it, the only one that's different is Circle. They've made it difficult. Let me know if you are on Circle and I can give you special help because I've had to fight with it a lot. But then when I go into, I'm just going to hit save one more time just to make sure. I go into Pickaxe Pro Builders, and let's say I want to put her on my studio. I can go into settings, and I'm giving you bonus stuff here. I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. But when you go into settings, you scroll. Where's the little code? Right here. Workspace level custom code. So now I can put it in here and save it. And it should show up. And if not, I'll let Nathaniel know. But I did it on my website, and there it is. So all you have to do is take that code, put it on your website anywhere, and here's my little helper Janet, ready to answer questions. Kylie, you look like you are like, okay.
So in GHL, my understanding is for one website, I can only have one chat widget
If it's
per
built in
website.
Go High Level, but you could do these
Yes,
pickaxe ones per page.
correct. So I can be specific per page.
Yes,
So
you
the
can.
one I've made now is to only talk about the pricing packages. And then
Nice.
I'll have another one which will be talking about, say, book editing on the resources page.
Yes.
Yep.
Woohoo. Look at you go.
So
And
good.
this, yeah, so good. And if you're on the pro, just remember you can turn this off, but because I build in Pickaxe, I always want it on.
I
And
know, but you know what? It's cheeky because it defaults to being on. And
yeah, oh
sometimes
yeah.
when my VA's been doing a couple of edits, I'm like, hang on,
You
get
know,
rid of the pickaxe.
at least now if somebody clicks on it, it does pull in your affiliate code. So at least you get the credit for the
Yeah. Actually,
space.
could you put your affiliate code in so I can attach that to mine? Because I renew
Mhm.
annually, and so you'll get a nice kickback from that one.
Yeah, absolutely. It is yeah, you want it just in the chat?
Yeah, I'll whack it in
Yeah.
mine, so make sure I've got it.
And then I can always text you in school too. But it's in the Pickaxe I need to in school as well. So for any of
Mm.
you on here that are in the school community already, I just added this to the calendar for right now, but I'm going to create a little, I wanted you to not wait for me. So when we go into calendar, it goes down here to this, and I just put in, here's the website to the guide, and here's the password. Just so you
Oh,
don't
perfect.
have to wait for I got to wait for the video to process, and I have to feed family, and those darn kids like food. So it'll probably be tomorrow morning, so I didn't want you to have to wait. So it's all right here. And of course,
Brilliant. Thank you.
any questions in the community, right? Like, please, I really encourage you just to put the questions in here. Some of you love to message me here, which is fine. I love talking to you, but then nobody gets to see them. And they're usually really good questions. So please, please, please put them in here. Pretty please. That, you know,
I feel
'cause
stupid putting them in there.
you know, it's, no, if you
I
talk to everybody in here, you're all asking me in the chat the same things.
Well, I posted something in there the other day and then I ended up deleting it because for one full day, I couldn't log into Pickaxe.
Oh, that's just, well, was that the day that everything went down?
I don't know. It
Because
just every
Claude and Chatty
brought
went
up,
down.
well, every time I brought up just pick up pickaxe.co,
Mhm.
the
Oh, it
screen
just
would
wouldn't
come
go.
up, but where I could click dashboard or sign in or sign up, anything like that, it just said
Mm,
loading.
mm.
And it was like that
Yeah,
for the whole day.
that's frustrating. All right, let me show you one more thing before we go. I'm going to go down to the one that I put on the sales page because a couple people used it. What you can do when you click on these actual pickaxes, and I encourage you to do like put a little reminder, is you can actually um, see. Here's Debbie's. I picked Debbie's on purpose because she's here. But look, so she said, "How does the workshop work?" Right? And this is what it sent. And I can see like if she kept going, right? So most people just sent one question to see what it looked like, which is fine. Um, see, Curious Automation Tinkerer from Columbus. Um, how does it work? Where do we meet? How long is it? Great question, right? You're asking about all of this. Yes, save me a spot, right? And it's yay, spot saved. Next, right? So it's going through the whole thing. Now you could set up with actions where it could actually send them, right? Like actually register if they were free. They could actually do it through the email. So I just wanted to show you a few things like you can look at it, test it out, see what they're doing. You could even take a current client question and forward it to that email. So I suggest you save them as like names that you can remember so that you can see if it is actually working the way you want it to. Take a real client thing that came to you, came to support Kimberly, and forward it to this email and see how it does because that's the best and that's the tip right here. So if you test yours tonight, just remember I have some prompts in here for you just to test, check it out, and reviewing those real responses, and then hopefully you've got something good that you can use today in 90 minutes. And when you're ready, go take this prompt, and this will probably be a copy by the time we walk away because it's driving me crazy that we missed one. And you just go right back into your email, into your chat bot and type that in. And it should give you some really cool ideas.
That's brilliant. That's great.
And off you go. I like this one called Prep Bot, right? Because people always go, I don't want to waste the time I have with you. And so this would actually walk. I was thinking about building that one. That's kind of interesting. It brought it up. Offer match, cool idea. This one would be cool. To what could you build in Pickaxe? Then people would want to join us because it's all like, ooh, curiosity. So now I've got these different bots that can help. Ideas at least. And then restart and build another. And I'm going to update this so the footer's good. Some of those prompt things, the M dashes, I've got the notes written down. So by tomorrow morning, this will all be dialed in, if not sooner.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for putting all that effort in. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Oh, you have movie tickets. Go run. Enjoy. It's
Yeah,
Friday.
enjoy.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. If you have any questions at all, Stephanie, I know you jumped in late, so if you get stuck, let me know, but it's all in the calendar. Everything you need. And I'll have the video on here as well so that we have everything in one spot.
Fantastic. All right. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, perfect, Stephanie. That'll be great. The 5-day challenge will be perfect. All right. Bye, everybody.